guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Erin and I do mostly budgeting videos like the one you're about to see here. Thanks so much for tuning in. I have some back-to-back videos to film, and it's completely in regards to the paychecks that have already occurred for May. Now, if you've been with me for a while, you know that we pay our bills a month in advance. So all of May's expenses, I should say, not expenses, all of May's bills / fixed expenses have been taken care of, and that was done in the month of April. So right now I'm working on June. However, I do have some other expenses this month, so I'll get into that, and you guys will be able to see what is fixed versus what's variable and where the money went. So I'm using my tool notebook cover and then my laminated covers, an old happy planner. And I'm still in my May workbook. You guys can download this if you'd like. It's free. And you guys know the drill about that and see the description. So last time we recapped, I guess, it was for the May 1st pay, and we went over what we had to do with that. So now I'm going to go back pretty much, and for lack of a better word or term, I'm going to back plan and show you what we did with May 3rd's pay. So for May 3rd, let me just move this down for a bit. That was my paycheck, and it was the first of 3 this month. So let me fix how I'm doing this. All right, and on the 3rd, I got the first of 3 paychecks that I get this month, and I do get paid bi-weekly. And that means that twice a month, I get a 3rd pay, which before we started paying our expenses a month in advance, I really didn't notice it, but now I definitely notice it as being almost like a bonus pay. So I love it. All right, so it was $15.94 and change, but I'm just gonna round down. So $15.94. All right, so let me see. For fixed expenses, we had taxes that I paid from this. Now, by taxes, I mean property taxes. So for our mortgage, we do pay it a month for our mortgage, we do not escrow. So we pay principal and interest to the bank, and then we pay taxes to the county, and we pay our homeowner's insurance to the insurance company. So that's basically how we do that. So we had the taxes, and then for savings, this is a general savings. So this isn't really a fund. It's just our overall savings that we have. So we added to that. And then we had variable expenses. So we had shrubs. This house really needed some landscaping. I can't talk. And we're trying to do just a little bit at a time because it was a lot when we kind of itemized everything that needed to be done. Thank God my husband is handy, and you know, he doesn't mind doing all the things basically. So diner, I will go over these. And then B-Day gift. Number 1 and B-Day gift. So you may see a lot more things like birthday gifts, very specific and all-encompassing expenses, because what I'm trying to do since I've been getting back into budgeting is I'm trying to give a purpose again to every dollar. And while I haven't been succeeding in organizing a zero-based budget yet, I'm coming pretty close. And so I just wanted to make sure that I'm accounting for everything, because when I don't account for things, that leads to, I don't want to say mindless spending, but maybe when you don't plan for every dollar, you end up spending maybe more, I don't know, or maybe less, I don't know. I guess it's subjective to the person. But for me, I always end up spending more. It doesn't matter. So for taxes, we had $350. So that's our fixed. For our savings, we added $500. It was funny because in my last video, let me see, I went over the first check, and it had gas on here, which is our fuel, and it was $100. And when I made this video for TikTok as well, somebody said, let me know where you're living where I can get gas for $100 a month. But I was like, no, that's a week and it's for 2 cars. And actually I will insert some, I'll insert me getting gas here. All right, I just got gas for the week, $60.72. All right, so you can see it's actually more than that to fill up my car. And for whatever reason, I think I use a lot of gas because most of my driving is like in city or in township driving. And so it's like a ton of stop, go, stop, go. Like in the morning, there's one light that I hit and it's impossible to get a green light there. I mean, I guess you could, but it's impossible to get a green light on the first go. But I think I sit through that light 3 times. Yeah, 3 times. So it's just like inching, it's painful. That's just one light. So I bet you I hit, oh gosh, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 15 lights on my way to work. I bet you it's more than that. But it's just, because of the traffic, it's just continuous. So where we're living right now, it's not convenient for me to hop on a freeway. Whereas I could do that before in our old house, but now it's like I kind of have to go the back way, because if I drive all the way down to the freeway, it's like I'm circling the whole town. Because I work a city over. So it's just, it makes no sense. So I bet you it's probably closer to 20 lights. I don't know. Anyways, so I use a ton of gas, and my husband works within the township limits also. So his is strictly like city driving as well. We use a ton of gas. So for the shrubs, it was $185, and that was just for a couple for the front. We're not even worried about the backyard. We're just not. Walmart, I had to make a big trip for things. I had to get cleaners, you know, personal hygiene things. I picked up some t-shirts and tank tops. What else did I get? Dog treats. I don't know. You guys know when you make a massive Walmart run, you get all the stuff. The diner, that's usually the place we go to. We go to 2 places, maybe 3 local places if we go out to eat, which we do more than I would like to admit. And you'll see more of that throughout the month. But the diner we eat at is so freaking cheap. And I know some of you are like, what? But anyways, I'm just putting $32 down because it was like right under that and it was odd cents. And then birthday gift number 1 was $98. And birthday gift number 2 is $50. And that was just a gift card. So that is it for all of our expenses. And the reason why you're not seeing gas or groceries on this is because literally this is the May 2nd or the May 3rd paycheck, and I got those things out of the May 1st. So we don't have to repeat that 2 days later. So that you'll see that more on a weekly basis than a paycheck basis, especially when we have extra paychecks during the month. So let's go with $15.94 minus $3.50 for taxes. Maybe I should zoom out. Minus $185 minus $326.44. I should have rounded that, but I didn't. Minus 32, minus 98, minus 50, minus 500, and it brought us down to $52.56. All right, so I'm gonna recap that down here. $15.94 is the income. I love this little grid down here. It's my favorite part of my budget layouts for the week, or paycheck budgets. It just is so satisfying to do like a receipt here and see like the whole thing come together. So $350 for fixed expenses, which was the taxes. The variables, let's add those up. $185 plus $326.44 plus 32 plus 98 plus 50 is $691.44. Savings was $500. And remaining was, oh my gosh, It was 52 something, right? Girl, I swear. $52.56. What did I do with the $52.56? I don't know. I just left it in the bank account. It'll probably roll over. Or sometimes I nickel and dime things. I don't know. To be honest with you, sometimes I just drive through and I get iced tea or, you know, something to drink on the way to work. Basic stuff, you know. I could account for this, but I don't like to be down to nothing. And my husband and I, obviously we share a bank account, so sometimes he does the same thing, like he'll grab lunch or something like that. So there's always extra in the checking account. I never bring our checking account to a zero base balance because that would scare me. You know, sometimes you have things that like hit your account and maybe you forgot about it, or you're like, I don't know. It just, I don't like to do that. So there's always a little extra in our checking account. Never down to zero. In our savings, we're just trying to build that as much as possible. And I'm really comfortable with where we're at with our savings. Not comfortable where we're at with our mortgage, but that's okay. Our savings is good. Now, if we went to sell our house, we would make money on it. So I'm happy about that. You know, I don't think it was a bad move. But it's still more than I want to be at right now. I don't know. I am very careful with money. Somebody said that they were surprised that we took out a long mortgage because I'm historically, you know, very careful and conservative. And that is true. But I don't know. I just made the best decision I could make at the time. And it was still the best one. So if I had to do it over again, I would probably do the exact same thing. Because yeah, sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. But anyways, so that is it for the paycheck budget for May 3rd. If you have any questions, leave them down below. If you didn't get your printables already, make sure that you do. I have May's out, which is this printable workbook. I have my yearly planner, and I have June's out. And all the months, all the workbooks for each month are going to have a little bit of a different theme. So I showed you guys June, but if anybody is still here and hasn't seen it and is curious, it's just more of a floral theme. So this is what the month on 2 pages looks like. You know, it's got flowers. Kind of move it down like that. And here's what the cover looks like. Again, just a little bit lighter, a little bit more summery. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in my next one.